Hey everybody, this is Lincoln Kincaid, founding owner of Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. For 25 years, I've been helping people overcome pain, improve the quality of their lives, and help them do everything at home they really want to do. And that's my goal for you. I believe that finding solutions for things that hurt in your body should be very simple. And there's one basic rule that I want everybody to remember. Pain is normal. It's your body's way of getting your attention and telling you, hey, something's tight, something may be slightly injured, but the worst thing you can do normally is to completely stop moving. So I want you to keep moving, finding exercises that you can do that do not cause pain. Now for me, I see a lot of people that would have a mid-back strain, okay? And this would be, the fancy word for this is like your thoracic spine. There are 12 vertebrae in the middle of your back, known as the thoracic vertebrae. The muscles that attach to those don't have a ton of movement, but they really are very important for stabilizing your entire midsection so you can lift heavy things, push objects over your head. All of those things are very important, but these muscles are tight. And people lose the ability to actually control specific movements in their spine. So I'm going to show you two things today, both on my hands and knees, all right? The first one is kind of subtle, and this is really going to take some practice. It's called a cat camel, and you'll see some people do these with very large ranges of motion, but I want you to go slow and I want you to go controlled, and I'm going to kind of talk you through this, okay? So I'm going to get up on my hands and knees. So in this position, I'm going to start with my back in a little bit of a sway back position, okay? So I'm arching my back, letting my stomach drop towards the ground. Now for you at home, you're going to be looking kind of slightly at the ground. I don't want your head straight down, but I don't want it way up here to begin with. So kind of in a neutral position. What I'm going to do is, you'll notice it down here in my hips and my low back first. I'm starting to pull my pelvis under and start arching in my low back. Low back moves really well, no problem. But what I'm imagining now is the location of movement is coming further and further up my spine, and I'm really trying to hold that, allowing my head to drop down until I kind of look like a cat. That's all. I don't even know how to say it, but he's got his back rounded, really responding to something, hissing at something here. So I've got my head down, my back is really rounded, and then I'm just going to start reversing that now. I'm bringing my head up, allowing it to start to move down my upper back, and now you're going to see my low back is flattening, stomach is going down, back in kind of that starting position, and then I'll do the opposite again. I'll start down at my hips and low back, bringing my pelvis under, bringing the motion further up my spine, really imagining where the motion is occurring at every step of the way, okay? So that's a great exercise to work on what we call flexion and extension, bending forward, bending backward. The next exercise is now going to be working on rotation in the thoracic spine. This is very difficult. There's not a ton of rotation in these vertebrae anyway, but finding exercises to encourage them is even more difficult. So what I like to do, this is called a quadruped position. You're on all fours. So we're going to do quadruped thoracic rotation. You don't ever need to know that. It's not going to show up on a quiz or anything. I've got my hand behind my head. My low back is in a neutral position, but I'm going to reach across towards my opposite elbow, and then I'm going to bring my elbow up and I'm opening up. Oh, like that. And I'm trying to bring my elbow up further and further. But again, there's not a ton of movement here to begin with. So if you feel like you're doing this exercise, but you're not really feeling anything, that's okay. There's not a ton of movement to begin with. And there is one other exercise that you can do called the open book, okay? So what we're going to do, laying on my side, you could have a pillow or not have a pillow here. I've got my knees slightly bent, I've got my hands together. As I go back, I've got the wall behind me to deal with, so I'm going to bend my elbow. But in an ideal world, what I'm going to do is turn my head, turn my shoulders, and reach all the way over, like I'm opening a big book up. And then I'm going to bring it back up and over, okay? I like doing that with your arms straight. If it bothers your shoulder to do it with your arm straight, again, you can bring your arm here and you can do the same exercise, not quite as much stretch through the shoulder, okay? With all of those exercises, I want you to do really a time-based. 2 minutes of each exercise would be great. You can do 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side. Twice a day will really help you get better control of the muscles and the movement in your mid-spine. I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, please write them below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Have a great day, and remember, your body is designed to heal, and I'm here to help you through the process so you can do all of the things in life that are important to you.